Here are some introductory percentage questions which my students seem to find very useful. This is just to help you learn the basics of integration. Pause the video each time you see a question if you like to have a go in your own time. Is half the same as 50%? Yes. There you go, that's simple. Because maybe you could say, what's half of a circle? Well, that's half of a circle. What's 50% of a circle? Well, that's 50% of a circle. Oh yeah, we're saying the same thing. Okay, pause the video if you like. What is 50% of 300? That's 150. What's 1% of 300? That's 3. Do you know what? I just kind of feel that answer. It just feels like the right one. I think it's hard to explain. I mean, you could explain it as 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus... If you do that 100 times, you end up with 300. You could also say, if it's 1%, that's like 1 part of 100. So that would be 300 divided by 100, because you... what 300 divided by 100? Because you want to split it up into 100 parts. So each part is 3. Okay, anyway. I think that with percentages, the way I do percentages is I've done lots of practice in the past, so I just kind of feel comfortable with it now. And so I just kind of, by intuition, I can feel most of the answers. I don't have to keep working them out. What is 0.5 as a percentage? Well, 0.5 is a decimal. And when we talk about decimals and compare them to percentages, this is just what mathematicians do. We say that's like, what is it out of 1? So as a percentage, that's 50%, because that's half of 1. What's a quarter as a percentage? That's 25%. What's 0.01 as a percentage? Right, well, that's another decimal, yeah? And we always think of decimals as being, what is it out of 1? Well then that's 1%. Because 1% is like 100th, and that's 100th written as a decimal. Okay. Can you shade 50% of a circle? There we go. Can you shade 25% of a circle? There we go. What's 10% of 100? That'd be 10. Yeah, because what's 100% of 100? That's 100, isn't it? What's 10% of 100? That's 10. Also, you could think, well, 10%, you have to... Well, it's taking ages, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go, that makes 100. Maybe that helped. Add 10% to 100. Now it's saying add 10% to 100, add 10% to 100. So we're starting with 100, and then when we add 10% to it, we end up at 110. And if we're going to minus it, we start with 100, but we end up at 90. So beware when you read the question, is it saying what is 10%, add 10%, or minus 10%? Okay, question, what did I do to 400? Well, I've made it less, so I've decreased it. What did I decrease it by? Well, I decreased it by 100. Should we write that as a percentage? This is supposed to be a percentage thing. So I decreased it by 25%. And you might have said minus. Questionable use of a verb there anyway. Just because you might have mirrored what I said last time in the last question. What is 25% as a fraction? Well, that's a quarter. What's 25% as a decimal? Well, that's 0.25. Now, I ended up doing some waffling there, didn't I? I honestly think just do loads and loads of questions and it just gets more and more comfortable. And I think that, so I think analysing and talking is not particularly effective for learning percentages. But I think practice, I think that is very effective. That's what I do with my students. But you can find loads of just drills of questions elsewhere, so I've not bothered making my own video of that.